Hello, everyone. So welcome to Sunday night. We're doing Team Crow, Ruby, and Above Leadership Chat. I am so pumped. I love you girls so much. Like, you guys are you're the cream of the crop, and like, you guys are the it girls, the it women, I should say, the it boss babes. So we have the awesome privilege tonight of being poured into by our dear friend and presidential diamond upline, Tera Allridge, which we all know and are inspired by and get really good, motivation from. So we just wanted to get together, chat about different things we all want to work on and get Tera's advice on things. So ahead of time, we went over questions that maybe you had, but also Tera's gonna give her own spin and input on things. So I sent her all of your ideas. She said, that's great. Some of them overlap. Some of them are, all of them are really good topics to talk about. So I want to hand it over to our Tera friend and have her pour into you guys.
Howdy, howdy. So I had to come outside because Ezra was nah. That's a new thing in the background, and I feel like you guys wouldn't want to hear that for 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to go off of these lists of questions here, and they're bomb questions. They're just super good. So I'm really excited to kind of dive into these. I know that we've got 30 minutes, so I'm going to go through them kind of quick. But if there's anything specific that you guys want as I'm talking about them, please feel free to unmute yourself, interrupt me, stop me, and ask me questions, because this is for you specifically. Okay, so how to focus on positives, not the small negatives. I don't care what business you are in, there's going to be positive and negatives to every single thing you do. So you get to choose what you focus your attentions on. Is it better to be in a position where it's I'm building this business, my business, day by day, week by week, month by month, choosing who I have as business partners instead of being told who your coworkers are, choosing when you get to work your business every single day around your schedule versus someone saying when you are allowed to use the restroom, when you are allowed to go on vacation, when you are allowed to clock in and clock out, even if it doesn't work for your schedule or something crazy happens and you have to, I know for instance, Jordan being her own boss, there were times she had to stop clients to go get Ethan. She would call me and she's like, I have to go. That's a perks of owning your own business. And that's something that you have the luxury to do that you don't even have to stop with clients. You can take your phone on the go. So there are just so many more positives than there ever will be negatives. Is it anxious? Is it does it give you anxiety sometimes? Is it frustrating when your team doesn't do what you want them to do? Is it frustrating when maybe sometimes customers' orders get lost and you have to send in a support ticket? Heck yeah. But you're still owning your own business. You're still owning your own time and choosing what you allow to either bring you down or focus on the positives. And again, there's always going to be way more positives than negatives. Some days are going to be different than others. So say you're having a really bad day. Who in this business lights you up? Go watch one of their videos, ask a buddy to hop on a Zoom and work with you. And you're not going to talk about the negative things, because what does that do? That brings your other buddy down. You're just going to say, I want to work. Let's be happy. Let's even get on some 90s jams and do a dance for 3 whole minutes. And I swear by the end of that 3 whole minute song, you're going to feel real good. You're like, I got this. Let's do this. Don't go chasing water. That's a good one. It sounds like it's slow, but you get into that and you just start belting it out. You're going to feel real good. Guaranteed. There's not going to be a bad day when you're singing TLC. Okay, next question. How to stay focused and excited about your goals, even when others might not be working or quit. This is a cycle business. People cycle in, people cycle out. This is something that I had to learn in the last 2 years specifically. There were people that quit and quit and quit. And I focused so much intentions on the people that weren't here instead of the amazing, incredible leaders I had in front of my face this whole time. And I was so busy looking backward that I didn't see all the effort and all the growth that was happening in front of me, and all the people that didn't choose to be here but wanted to be here. So you can spend all your energy all day long complaining about the people that are leaving or gone or not doing their thing, or pour that positive energy into the people that do want to be here, that deserve your time and deserve your effort, deserve your training and guidance. Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to be miserable and just be sad about like, they quit? Let them go. It is okay that people quit. It is okay. That doesn't mean it's gone forever. They could come back, and things could just be going on in their life that they don't have the energy for it right now. But that doesn't mean that a month, 2 months, 3 months, 3 years down the road that they don't want to come back. And guess what? They're going to be stronger than ever because they knew what it felt like to quit and they didn't get anywhere. And they don't want to do that again. So focus on the people, the positive vibes that you need to have in your team, in your business, and show your team what it's like to be tough, because it's tough. And it feels good to be tough when things are not going maybe the way that you want them to. Okay, time management tips. The KPIs have already been a game changer for her. Yes, so time management is just always going to be one of those things that cycles around day by day. It can be completely different, right? You can have one day that you're like on top of the world, you're doing all the things right, you sign in all these customers, you're like, yes, like I'm so bomb at this business. And then the next day you're like, I didn't even get one story slide up, I'm the worst, I stink, who the heck, like what am I doing, I shouldn't be here, you do all this silly stuff. Stop it. Just stop it. Do you think the world is going to crumble because you weren't in your stories? Guarantee it's going to keep going, and Instagram is going to keep continuing, and it is fine. You always just make up for it. If you have one day that is just crazy busy, you make up for it another day. Yes, the KPIs are so awesome because it's literally showing you how to make money. So if one day you're only able to do one round of it, the next day you have more of an open schedule, do it 3, 4 times. You're going to more than make up for the day before. And that is the beauty of this business, that you have the ability to do that. So are you a night owl? Work at night. Turn the daggone TV off. Because I know you night owls are sitting there watching TV. Work. If that's when you like to be up, that is when your brain is active, work during that time. That's time management. If you are a morning person and you like to get up and get started before your kids start their day, do not, for all that is holy, get on Instagram and start scrolling. I will come through the screen and smack you, because you're going to be wasting a good hour and a half looking at Instagram stories of puppies and bunnies, and I know that you are. So don't you dare get to scrolling. Do your KPIs first, set your timers, an hour to do your thing, and feel darn good about you. Like, a couple hours are going to go by and you're going to get messages back from your interactions. And you're like, wow, look what I did this morning, and it's already paying off. Let me do another round of that in between my break. I've got 15 minutes. These are the things that I got responses from. I'm going to do that in my 15 minutes that I've got. It's so easy to do the easy things first, but those are probably not the thing that's going to make you money. So where do you want to focus your attentions? Do you need loyal customers right now? Do you need to bump your volume? Then you best be in your stories all day long, like, here I am, just gonna drink my skinny brew. 10 minutes later, okay, it's really hot outside, I'm gonna drink some hydrate. Okay, what else do I got? Okay, my skin's really dry. Put on some moisturizer. Just like show all the things that we got. Like, there's going to be someone that sees something like, oh, I've never seen you talk about that before. Like, what's that about? Drink your collagen. Do all the things. Pull out all the stops. And I know you're going to be like, man, I just tried every product in the catalog. But there's going to be something that someone sees. So focus your attentions on what you need. If you need customers, show the products. If you need distributors, Interview every person that you know about the business. Someone in your Instagram is going to relate to someone that you're interviewing. Their life, they can see themselves in that person's environment. They work full time. They're a mom, whatever it is. They're a college student. Find the people that maybe you've been thinking about as business partners, and find their like story in someone else and interview them. The Zoom I just got off, I just did another one 30 minutes before this, and I was talking about like maybe have something called Money Mondays, where you interview someone every single Monday. Your team, your loyal customers, your Instagram followers, or your Facebook followers are used to that routine, and they know that you're going to interview someone on Mondays, and interview a different kind of story every Monday. That's going to make it something that your followers are going to see. And for the first, I'd say the first 15 days of the month, focus on your distributors, get that going, get your business booming, and then teach them with the KPIs how to build their business with the time management and all of that. That makes it so easy to teach your new distributors now, because you're literally giving them a checklist. Okay. That was really long. Sorry.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but David asked, what's a KPI?
So this is, it's if you go into your eSuite, we have documents now that literally, we just talked about it last week. It's checklist of what to do during your day on how to build your business. So there's a KPI checklist for if you're an upline, so you can teach your downline how to do it, and then just for your own work in general. But we can load that. Maybe when Jordan uploads this, she can send the link to the KPIs, or give you the instructions on where to find it. It's super easy in eSuite when you go to the document section. Jordan, go ahead. You're muting yourself.
Oh yeah, no, I just want KPI, David. It stands for Key Performance Indicators. This is what it looks like. You probably can't see it, but it's like it was created. Who created it? Was it Meredith?
Amber Parker.
Amber, that's right. Amber Parker.
Blonde.
Yeah. And
blonde one.
Yeah. And David, if Kalila sent links that explain all of those in our band chat on Glow Getters. And so she has links to all the videos that explain every task and the actual KPI list as well on there. Just a couple days ago, so you don't have to scroll back too far.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you.
Okay. So next question, how to be disciplined even on difficult days, how to motivate without nagging. So I kind of just got into that a little bit, on days that you either, I guess it kind of wasn't about that. It was when your day is super busy, but sometimes unmotivated can be on days when you're super busy because you just feel guilty. You feel guilty that you're not doing what you normally would do in your day. So then it puts you in a negative headspace that you're like, I know that I need to do this today and I haven't, and it's making me feel bad and down. So then it makes you not want to do anything at all. Can I get some hand raises if you've ever done that? You're like, yeah, I think we've all done that. You're just like, oh my gosh, I had so much to do today. I was so tired. I didn't do any of it half of the day. Now I feel bad about myself. I'm angry at myself. And now I'm just going to go take a nap because I've already ruined the first half of my day. Might as well ruin the second half. And you just put yourself in this negative hole of just feeling sorry for yourself. I have the same remedy for this. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Okay? It's get a song that is your jam, that no matter what mood you're in, if you put it on, you can't help but get up and dance. And I guarantee you, your mood is gonna switch because you're not thinking about work. You're not thinking about the things that you're not doing. You're just I am having fun and I am dancing. That's what you say. I'm having fun and I'm dancing. And you just spin your negativity into all right, this is fun. All right, I'm good to go. Let's get to work. These are 3 things that I know I need to do right now. And you just do them. And sometimes you're just tired. So, I can't read that. Sorry. You can also take an energy stick, right? Because that works. those are awesome. If you're like not much of a coffee drinker, you know, you can just take an energy drink, or you can do another cup of coffee for the day, like whatever it is that you need to do. And like, again, get a buddy, put something positive on YouTube and listen to it while you work together. That's the beauty of this business. We have business partners, meaning they're like part in their nerves. Get it? You work together and you get to choose who you want to work with. So when you're having a bad day, who makes you happy? Who makes you smile? Who makes you feel good about yourself? We all have someone in this business that does that for us, right? I got too many. I can't on my fingers and my toes. I could just be like, holla, 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 and they all be on. So get yourself some good girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever it is in this business that makes you happy, and work with them, you know? You know what I'm talking about. Not like boyfriends, but no, it just really does help when you're feeling negative to get with the people that make you happy and just work through it. And then all of a sudden your day's turned upside down and you're so much better. Okay, next question. How to motivate by what you do instead of discouraging by what you don't do. Same thing. Highlight the good. Highlight the good things, right? So if you're having a really awesome day in your business, blow it up in the chat. Say, guys, this is what's working for me. This is what I said. This is my conversation. Showing your team what you are doing and the fruits of your labor, and showing them how you're communicating with people. Instead of being like, I'm having a suck day. Everything's falling apart. I hate today. Like, don't do that. Don't ever go to your downline or into a team chat and start being a negative Nancy. First of all, homegirl don't play that. If you do that too many times, I'll take you out of a chat. I do not do negativity. Do not. So don't go into a chat and start feeling sorry and saying negative things. You go directly to your upline in a private message, in a private text, in a FaceTime, in a call, whatever it is that you need to, and you talk one-on-one. Keep that negative crap out of the chats. It is not for work. Done? Good? You got it? Homie, don't play that. No, it is not conducive to your business. If you have your downline in there, they're going to think poorly of you because all you're doing is being a negative black hole that day, and nobody needs that. You only go in if you've got something positive to say, and if you don't, you say the heck out. Good? Easy enough? Yeah, all right. I am getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. I am not complaining. I'm not complaining. Okay, okay, I already said that. Oh, and something I forgot to add on the last one, how to motivate without nagging. Make it fun. Make it fun. Get in a Zoom and say, hey guys, who wants to have a dance work party with me? I swear, I don't know why dancing is the best thing ever, but like it really is. And when you make your work fun, it's not nagging at all. If you're like, excuse me, I went on your Instagram and I noticed you haven't posted for 3.5 days. Yeah, that's not going to work for me. Like, that's going to make them feel uncomfortable. They're going to be like, well, now she's like stalking me. Now I got to block her because that's weird. She wants to be me. That's weird. And don't do that kind of stuff. Just be like, hey girl, you want to work together? I want to have like a little dance party sesh. I want to work. These are the things that I'm going to be doing. Can you hop on in like 15? Make it fun for your team. And like, you can't control everything. One that's going to suck you dry. You will have nothing for your own business if you're constantly worrying what every single person is or is not doing. Focus on your business first, and then get your team to follow suit by your example. You never want to be like, put this in your story. You haven't posted today. Put this in your, like, talk about, like, you don't want to do that. We are not drill sergeants. We are not bosses. We are not managers. We are business partners. We lead by example first. We lead with love, and then they will get to work because they want your respect. Okay? Not because we're demanding it. Is that good? Okay, good. Whew, mosquitoes. Okay. Tips on how to balance doing the regular daily tasks, continue to grow my business while also taking the time for training. Sometimes training a person can be a lot and it's hard to find time for the rest. Yes. So put down times during your day in which you allot for training. So just like, say you've got like a 30-minute window and you can talk with one person that day. You schedule it in advance the day before. I always do it like in advance, because if I'm doing it in the moment when I'm like, all right, let me reach out to someone to do a trade, I won't want to. I won't want to. You schedule it ahead of time so you don't back out, right? So that's when you schedule your time with your team, because yes, it can be a lot to train somebody, but you do it in little windows of your time, because the way that you make money is first you doing your business first. So that is priority. You make sure you are doing your work first. And then when you have time normally in your day, you schedule in advance to do trainings with your distributors. Okay. If you find someone sucking you dry, again, with like asking constant questions, needing you all the time, that is going to be draining. You say, I have a window between this time and this time that I can chat with you. Does that work? Normal. Treat yourself like a business. You bosses. You set time schedules. You can do that. You are allowed. You are also allowed to ignore people. Okay? If you don't have time to respond, you are allowed to ignore it. And I guarantee whoever it is going to end up finding the information, because they're going to be too antsy to wait for you to get back to them in 2 seconds. Okay? There's always going to be those people. And then there's going to be those people that just light up your life, because it's not that they don't ask questions, they do, but they show results. That's the people that you need to give a majority of your training time to. Not just the people sucking you dry and not showing anything for it, because there are people like that. They just want your approval. And that is okay. And we still love them. We still train them just like anybody else. But then there's going to be those special little like shimmers of like, wow, this person is like signing like a machine. And I want to give them even more love, because I just see so much crazy potential there. And so you can say, hey, I've got a window this big for you, right? Because you want to give them that extra attention and show them and like teach them early on how to do things. Again, this is your business. Work it like a business. Schedule yourself and allow yourself to say no when you can't, and work like heck when you can. Okay? It should not be overwhelming.
I love that. I'm sorry, I have to speak. Because when it gets overwhelming is because you have a million things going on. It's the timing a lot of times when you start getting overwhelmed of people asking questions. But if you do set it with your schedule and ask if you can set aside a time, then you'll have the mental capacity for it and be able to give them the training they deserve for that. Anyways, sorry, I like that.
Of course, yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, set it in advance the day before, a couple days before, and say, this is how much time I have. We can hop on a call. We can hop on a Zoom. You give them all your attention in that time frame, but it's also not overextending yourself and your mental energies. Okay. And last question, how to help new TDs get past coming up with excuses not to join because before they actually give it a try. So like, past coming up with excuses not to join. So I'm guessing it would be potential distributors when they're like giving excuses not to join. I'm guessing that's what that question means. Give it a try. Yeah, before they actually give it a try. So you're not going to convince anyone that's not ready to join. You're just not. And sometimes people, me kind of people, the more you push and pry, the more it makes me not want to speak to you or see your face. Yeah, you don't want to push and pry people to do something if they're saying that they're not ready. You can ask them questions, right? You can say like, well, what makes you feel like you're not ready? And they'll say X, Y, and Z, like, oh, I can totally see why you would think that. But one thing I love about this business is I can do it around my own time frame. And say a little bit about yourself and maybe your crazy schedule and how you were able to work your business in during that and what the business has done for you. Because sometimes they just think like they have to put in like 80 million hours a day because there's that much time in the day to work this business to make money. And that's just not the case. It's being very consistent, being very, regimented with your time. Got him. And, just having your set schedule that you do every single day and coming up to work. People just don't get it. And you can even show them the compensation plan and just show them, I have like 4 different ways that I can make money in my business. How many ways can you make money in yours? And I say, I've had something that I have wanted for a long time. It's $500 and I'm not going to take that away. I'm going to make myself work for it. So that means I'm able to do that by helping 5 amazing people get started in this business and teach them how to make money. And I don't make money unless you make money. So like you can explain that in the compensation plan. And I feel like kind of like piggybacking on myself. What I was just saying is people sometimes feel like they're being forced to join, but when you actually think of them as an individual and you're just like, I'm just going to level with you. Like, I really don't want you to join if you're not willing to put in the work and if you're not willing to give it an actual go, because if you don't make money, neither do I. And it benefits neither of us. Like, I'm not going to just have you join and let you not be successful. Only you can do that. So if you want to actually work, if you want to take my guidance, if you want to take my training, if you want to listen and put into action what I'm teaching you, then let's do it, because I'm looking for, one person to help make $500 in the next 45 days, whatever it is. And I really don't have time to waste my time on someone who doesn't want to be there or is giving me excuses round and round. So yes or no, do you want to learn? Do you want to put in the effort? And do you want to make $500? Lay it out there. They're either going to say yes or they're going to say no. And you're going to quit following up with that person. If you go through all of that and they just straight up say no, they're not right and they're not ready, or they're not in it right now. And it doesn't mean that later they can't change their mind, but you blowing them up all the time and trying to force them when they've given you excuse after excuse after excuse. Imagine that distributor and you're trying to beg them to work. That's the exhausting crap I'm talking about. When you're begging someone to please want to make money for their family. Ain't nobody got time for that. Repeat it. Have respect for yourself. Okay? Marianne, I see you saying it.
I saw Sandy saying it too. Yeah. Ain't nobody. And I wanted to piggyback off of what you're saying too, in case the question, because I get what you're saying about the question, in case it was about somebody that just started that's giving excuses. A lot of that you're saying goes back to that conversation that you have with a person before they join. Because if they do a week, 2 weeks in, start throwing excuses at you, you can be like, girlfriend, remember this conversation? Like, screenshot it, send it, be like, you told me this is what you needed. This is your why. So these excuses aren't going to cut it. Like, do you have anything to expound on with that? If it's already an existing DT that's throwing some excuses early on before they're giving it a shot?
Yes. So I always want to spread positivity and spread love and make someone feel amazing. So I will say all the things that they have done right. I will come and like, you have done this, this, and this, and this. And do you know how amazing that is to be a new distributor and be able to do that right off the bat? Because they're thinking, I'm not successful, I'm not doing good, I'm not doing all these things, because they have nothing to compare it to. So when you're like, I've been doing this for a while, or I know what success looks like, and it is what you are doing. You're just new. Allow yourself to be new. I always say that. Like, no one is expecting you to be perfect right off the bat. No one is expecting you to come in and make $1 million right away. Like, I'm here to assist you and build with you and work with you, but I need you to stay positive and I need you to stay focused. And another thing I do right off the bat when I'm signing someone, I'm like, this isn't a month thing. This isn't a 3-month thing. You're signing on and you're working your butt off for a year. Can you commit to a year? Because guess what? In 2 weeks, they're not going to be like, I'm like, no. We had this conversation. You said you would give it a year, and we're nowhere near that. So let's keep going. You said you joined for X, Y, and Z. Have you been able to accomplish that yet? No, we still got work to do. Let's keep going. And you just got to show them that they're not alone. You got to show them that you're in this with them. You got to show them that you're here to help them, assist them along the way, and you're not going to quit and give up on them either. And sometimes you just got to say that, like, I'm sorry that you feel like you can give up on yourself right now, but I'm not going to. And I'm not going anywhere. So better saddle up. I'm here. And I send like some weird gifts, like stalker gifts and stuff. It's cool. It gives a giggle. They get back to work. They get over themselves. And again, it's because they're new. They don't know what to compare themselves. They could be enrolling customers like no one's business. And because they didn't enroll one customer for a day, they're losing their ever-loving mind that they stink. Okay? So they don't know. They knew. Okay? Love on them. Tell them they're doing amazing. Can I show y'all guys something? Look at this. Can you see these welts? Oh, I'm getting eaten alive.
Go inside.
I can't. My child's asleep. And I'm loud. So I think that was the last questions. But if you guys want to ask more, I'm willing to get eaten. I'm willing to get Zika virus. I'm willing to have heat stroke. Because I haven't had Wi-Fi and I haven't.
Oh, yay! Good for Wi-Fi. I tell Chris all the time, I will take a bee or a snake or something over a mosquito in my house because it's like a stalker killer coming out. I hate mosquitoes.
Oh, they stalking me. They get me too. But no, for real,
so
guys.
Good.
If you guys have more, that was
yourself.
the last one on my list. But if you guys have more, like, I'm here for it.
Cool.
You guys can unmute yourself. Just for you.
Sandy, I saw you reaching. All right, Rainy.
So I just want to ask, like, how do you deal with, like, times where you are trying to get, like, your volume, but also, like, you've had so many people that have expressed interest, but then they find out, like, oh, well, it's, like, I had a girl the other day, like, she was interested in the lash and brow serum, and I was like, oh, it's $63, but sometimes it's on sale even more, and she was like, that must be gold in there, and I was like, she just trailed off into something else. And so many close calls happen, and then you go like a month without getting any like new distributors, or not new distributors, new LCs. And it's like, well, what am I, like, is this product real? Like, I get in my head to where I'm like, I know that it's a good product, but in my mind, I'm like, why aren't they, like, you're able to like actually secure that LC. I don't know if that's making any sense.
Right. So if, like, say someone's like just saying basically it's too expensive or something like that, and when it comes to the serum, if you're talking about that lash serum, I'd be like, girl, just send my nubs. I'm just gonna send a picture of my nubby eyelashes after I got the eye extensions off, and then what they look like now, and be like, enough said. You're right. There is gold in there. Ready to get your order in? Be confident about what we got. Stop being like, I haven't checked the ingredient list. I don't know if there's gold in there. Yes, there is, honey. Yes. Get you some. Yes, send before and after pictures. That is the answer. If someone doesn't believe it, just like, Here you go. Like, look at, like, yes, it's amazing. What is it that you're looking for? And sometimes people will be asking you about, say, the eyelash serum when they really would prefer energy, or they really would prefer to lose a couple pounds, or they really would prefer some nutrition. So when I'm talking to someone, they might be coming to me for one thing specific, and I ask them a couple questions and we go a totally different route. They don't know what I have. That's my job, to find out what's the best fit for them, and then I can spin it in what's most efficient for them. And like something that I've done before, like especially when explaining the loyal customer program, sometimes people can be weird about the 3-month auto ship, and I'm like, I don't even talk about it like that. I'm like, okay, so this is your goal. You're telling me that you want to lose 30 pounds. Can you commit to using my products for 3 months consecutively every single day, eat right, start moving for 90 days? Will you commit to that? This is what I can get you. This is what we can get you at if you use the products the way that they're supposed to be used. If you buy them and you sit them on their counter, I'm gonna be real mad at you. That's not going to get you results. That is just throwing money away, and I don't want you to do that, okay? So you make sure that they are committed into using these products. They're not just gonna buy them and waste them, because that's gonna get them excited. And then they're not even gonna, they're like, okay, all right, that sounds really good. All right, go ahead and add the celery on too. Because you're already like telling them what you're telling me what your goal is. I'm telling you how to get there. I'm saying I need you to commit to this. And when someone says they commit to it, they're all in. So I think what is the problem is you're scared to spend other people's money. It has nothing to do with your bank account. It has nothing to do with you. Right? Like, I'm from that 6-child family, never had nothing. So you're spend how much? Good gracious. That's a lot of money. But other people, they don't blink an eye. They're like, yeah, I spend $8 a day at Starbucks, and that's like their life. So you don't know what their life is. Stop counting their bank. Stop telling them what they can afford. That's not your job. Your job is to tell them what will get them the results. And that's not the price tag, right? That's the products that will get them the results. And you need to be more confident in expressing that and telling them what is going to benefit them. So hi, Rafi!
Hi.
And hi, Declan!
I love that, Rainey. Like something I noticed with the verbiage, everything I was saying, it all was super focused on like personal interest in that person. You make it all about them, and you have 100% control of the conversation. So it might just be tweaking like your verbiage, and like somebody was saying, like being confident about it. And I love how Tara said, like, we don't spend other people's money. Like, we don't make that decision for them. So just being that person for them, being excited about it. You don't have to pretend you know everything, but just like doing the voice messaging, showing the before and afters, like Monica was saying, like just really honing in, having 100% control of that conversation. Like, it's not their job to keep reaching out to us. It's our job to keep reaching out to them. And the confidence you saw in like what Tara was saying, you kind of make it like a fun, not competition, but like you're in it with them. Like, you're like, are you ready to do this? Will you commit? Like, pretend you're their personal trainer. Like, if a personal trainer was like, I guess we can book for next week. Okay, just let me know. Like, you're going to be like, no, I need somebody to whoop my tail. I don't need somebody like to lay on their back. So it's kind of like that with this too. So I think if you just pump up your confidence and like power through your follow-ups and like do what the girls are saying, I think you're going to be golden, girl.
Yeah. And asking those questions, like, what is their actual goal? Because you could have someone coming in for the chocolate greens and finding out their goal, you could be selling them 4 different products at once. When it comes to people's health, they really don't care how much it costs. Truth. Okay. Is there any more questions? I'm seeing if anyone's raising their hand or trying to unmute themselves.
I don't
Someone want
see
to come hit
it.
these mosquitoes.
I think
Let me send y'all a picture when this is done. I look like I have leprosy.
So I was on a roll with customers rolling in, and then I got overwhelmed, and I was like, enough, stop, because I just couldn't handle it because I'm not used to it. How did you deal with all the customers coming in at you? How did you?
Oh, I loved it. That never overwhelmed me, girl. Every time I saw a customer come in, I'm like, cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. I'm like, money, 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 because I know I make money on that. So never get overwhelmed by it. You're like, put that in your Instagram. Like I am blown up. I can't even hardly keep up with these customers. Like, y'all are taking all my time. Like, I love this. Turn it into a positive.
Did you
Like, I'm so
sign
busy
each
I
one
can't even
up
breathe.
yourself, or how did they sign themselves?
I always sign my customers up myself. For one, I don't want them to do it wrong. Two, I already know the deals that are going to be popping up. So I've already talked to them about that before in advance, making sure that if they are going to want to add that Mocha Dream, I've already had that conversation with them. And three, like, I want it on my website. Am I right? Like, because they're going to go to itworks.com and then they're not going to order with you. So I like to do it myself. I can get a customer signed in 3 minutes. That's not a lot of time. When I was promoting for Triple, every single customer that came in, I signed myself. It's not overwhelming when you see, like, it feels dang good getting all that information in your inbox. So instead of being like, I'm so overwhelmed by all these people wanting to buy my products, just be like, I'm so happy right now. I just made a ton of money today. Because this is your job, right? It's your job. So take care of your customers, write them down, write their names, their loyal customer ID number, what they ordered, the day that they ordered, and that's going to help you take care of them too. So,
Mary, if you have too many, send them to me. I'll help.
yeah, girl. Sounds like you got a problem. Send them on over to Mama.
And Marianne, you're really good at, you have this attraction to you when it comes to like selling, motivating. I mean, your posts, you always get like tons of comments on your post. Like, people want to hear what you have to say because you're a positive, like, outgoing, like, you're a cheerleader for everyone. So I feel like Tara was saying, spin it into like, oh my goodness, this is an awesome problem. And I love it. Keep them coming, guys. And just kind of like trick yourself into that. And I guess with follow-up, I would suggest too, like, using the Connect app for like a faster follow-up and keep track. Like Tara was saying, like, write everything down, the date, make sure you're following up with them, hardcore their first 3 months. And, the Connect app lends itself to those conversations and getting those messages out pretty quickly, like after they've signed up. But yeah, everything that Tara said, like, run with that. Cause I think that's it's going to be perspective how you look at it. Go ahead, Sandy.
Sorry. Do you guys use the Word, the app
Word
board for like to send your host a post or whatever it is that you're sending, or how do you send them that is faster?
Wordboard's good, and text replacement. Either one of those.
So, but you have to get like the pay version in order to do that, right?
I just use text replacement for host to post message.
Yeah, and it's free because it comes in your iPhone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wordboard's great for training GTs and stuff, though.
Okay.
Also, sidebar, Sandy, your glasses are fabulous.
Thank you. Is it my glass?
You are so cute. I can't even handle you.
I did eyebrows. My
That's it. That's what it is.
That's what it is. You're not.
It was like all of a sudden, Sandy looks like a new person. It's the eyebrows.
I did a live. Everybody kept sending me messages like, "You look different. What did you do?" I'm like, "Oh gosh."
I'm gonna be like, Tara, you're a new person. What did you do? It's called mosquito leprosy. Look it up. It's called fashion, baby. Any more questions? Yeah, they're swarming.
Well, thank you, everyone. I am like shaking. I'm so happy and proud because literally every single person got on tonight. The only one missing is Abby, and it's not her fault because it's middle of the night and she's gonna watch this like first thing tomorrow. So, like, you guys are amazing. I love you so much, like so much. And you know, Tara and I are always here for you. Like, and Tara would do trainings for us all the time if she could. So, like, let's give her a hand. She did amazing, like pouring into us. Thank you.
God, like this is what fuels me, like doing trainings. So like as soon as I knew I had Wi-Fi, I was like, schedule me trainings, schedule me Zoom, schedule me one-on-one. Like, and I'm like real scheduled out while I'm here because like this is what makes me so happy, seeing you guys and you guys wanting to be here. Like I could say I want to do this and none of you show up. So the fact that you're here is like stinking stellar. Thank you for taking time out of your night to look at me talking to you. Don't go chasing waterfalls, you know? Like that's what we learned tonight.
That's what I took away. If we learn nothing else.
But I'm just so happy to do this. Like it literally lights me up. I love talking to y'all and pouring into y'all and answering your questions on things that you need help with. Like, you know, not just like our normal mosquitoes, yes. Not just like our normal Monday nights where I talk about what I want to talk about. This was for you. So you're here. And I'm thankful for that. So thank you guys so much. And I'm going to get off of here. And I wish I had defining gel because I'm going to need it tonight. I'm going to be like, worth it. Hashtag worth it.
Thank you, Tara, so much. I appreciate it.
Of course. So welcome,
Thank you,
guys.
Jordan.
All right.
Thank
love you. And I'll see y'all
Love
tomorrow
you
night.
guys.
Thank you.